Well, all right. It's been an hour. Let's get this show on the road. Yes. Welcome to week 3 of the MYM podcast, MYM Phoenix podcast. See, I added it. It's up top. Sneakily put it in Phoenix podcast.
Yeah, but you forgot to use the Phoenix pods for O's.
Oh right. I don't have like the photoshops and stuff to add that in.
No, just go Google
Oh,
like
just put the
Phoenix
image.
pod with transparency background.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm sure someone cares enough about the game they've already done it. It's been out for months.
Right. Um. Well, yeah. This week's guest is Mo.
Hi, everybody.
MadMoeZel Therion, whatever you want to call her.
Yep. Hi, I'm Therion, everyone. Nice to meet you.
I think most of the people in here already know you, but yeah. To kick things off, why don't just give us like your general video game background, like how you got to September 20th, 2023 in gaming.
Uh, it's a long one. I've been around a while.
I've got nothing but
Uh,
time.
I've been on computers basically my entire life. Shit from checkers to chess to Tetris. I grew up a Blizzard girl. I was raised on the holy trinity of Warcraft, Starcraft, and Brain. Do some work here. Diablo. There we go. Back when the games were really, really good and everybody had it, people had LAN parties. 8, 12 people would show up and all play games together. My father had LAN parties, so I got to play with everyone else. And when you're a child playing with adults, you either learn quickly or you get crushed out of the game very fast. um, I've always had a bit of a competitive edge in me. When I was playing chess growing up, I went to tournaments. One of my vivid memories actually involves me losing a board. I went to a tournament and the clasp on my board carrying case came undone and it hit the floor. Board was made of marble, shattered into like 5 different pieces. A bunch of my pieces broke.
Oh
So
no!
did not play well that event. I was a little on tilt.
Wow, I would like to get better at chess. I dabble every once in a while, but like if you're ever down for like some games or whatever, I'll go on chess.com and
Absolutely.
make an account or whatever. We can screw around on chess. That'd be
Absolutely. Love to
fun.
play chess. I enjoy it. I enjoy the game. I don't care whether I win or lose. It's about playing it.
Mm-hmm.
No one has to be like a grandmaster or anything. Just it's a fun game. I enjoy exchange of wits, which is why I like games like Meet Your Maker. It's honestly just a battle of wits against the builder and the raider. One person tries to outsmart another. You see what happens and you try and make it better. And I know there's a lot of naysaying against, well, if you engineering your maps for the top 1%, you're going to, burn the game. And it's like, yeah, but it's a process of elimination. You get better, they get better. You get better, they get better. And eventually you end up with kind of this ultimate form. And that's what I'd really like to see of the players is their ultimate form. You know, everybody struggles at the beginning. That's to be expected. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know your keybinds. You don't know how sensitive everything is. And sure, you read that you get shot, you die. That makes sense, but it really doesn't hit you until that first bullet does, and you go down in one round.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure everyone's had that experience. They're just like, I've got this, and then just like, well then, well then, and you pick it up and you keep moving and you get around it, and that's the loop. That's accomplishment. That's learning. And I've really always been a fan of learning, so I like the game.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, I would akin this to almost like Dark Souls kind of thing, like Dark Souls bosses or whatever, like the
Oh,
From
absolutely.
Software. Like you fight a boss to a certain point, then they throw something new at you, and then it's like, okay, now I gotta put that wrinkle into what I have to like deal with, you know?
Absolutely, you're right on that. Dark Souls was a really fun game. I played through it. I actually got into a wager with a friend of mine at work that I would get through Dark Souls 2 in under 5 deaths. I was doing quite fine, and then I ended up having to relocate before I finished the game, so I had to return it.
No.
Um,
Dark Souls 2 and 5 deaths. That's a long ass game too.
it really is. But honestly, once you figure out that there's like this hidden rhythm game behind Dark Souls, that if you pay attention to the music, if you pay attention to the environment, there's almost a choreographed step pattern that you can get into. If you watch where the boss starts, how he swings, if you listen to music about when he swings, there's audio cues, there's visual cues, and you can kind of get into a routine dance, and it all becomes repetition at that point.
Right, like half like at the the halfway point the music changes kind of thing, or like
Yeah, or like right before they wind up a swing, how there's a stinger, the dun dun.
Mm-hmm.
It's built into the game, and if you're paying attention, you pick up on them. And if you're too worried about, oh shit, I'm gonna die, you don't.
Right.
You have to accept that death is an inevitable thing before you can finally not be afraid of it.
Damn, getting existential in a MYM podcast. Jesus. So I mean that kind of leads into like what brought you to MYM is like the back and forth, the challenge of it,
Honestly, it really is. I'm competitive by nature. I love putting my wit against somebody else's. I love seeing someone else's wit against mine. It's
Yeah, your wit's like up here.
No, and any wit, like seeing somebody who is clearly new struggle and overcome a challenge in a replay. I love that. That is one of the most thrilling things that I can see. Someone overcoming something that crushed them originally.
Mm-hmm.
Not giving up, the perseverance, the new knowledge, he didn't do that before. He learned something new. I love seeing that. It makes my day.
Yeah.
And in the same token, I love seeing someone flawlessly run through something I've crafted in their first attempt.
Yeah, what's up, Caustic?
Welcome in, Caustic. Welcome in, Raiders. Happy to have you here. I will say one of the things that I dislike seeing is something that I am guilty of, and it's cheese play. When somebody uses magnetic hands and pulls ammo through a solid object. When somebody drags a guard to the edge of the map so they can't retaliate. Honestly, I feel like that cheapens the experience. Like, play the game. But again, at the same time, I do that.
Yeah.
I accept that everyone's going to use what they have available, and on that note, I've always been of the mindset my opponent sets the rules of engagement, and I just win by them.
Dang.
I used to play a lot of survival games. I played Minecraft, 7 Days to Die, H1Z1, Ark Survival Evolved. I've been around the block, and you can't limit yourself. If there's something that's in the game that's available to you, you have to use it. And if you're tying your hand behind your back, I mean, sure, you're going to get better at the one thing you do, but you're also not going to be as good as someone who's using everything they have.
Mm-hmm.
And we have people who are one-trick ponies in Meet Your Maker. We have gimmick players. I myself am very, very attached to my gun and shield, but there are times when the gun is not the right play, when the shield is not the right play.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to respect that. Granted, they are few and far between. Gun and shield are pretty overpowered.
Yeah, I mean, is it the gun or is it the shield?
I would say the gun is more necessary than the shield. I would rather take the shield off than take the gun off.
Right, yeah. I mean, you're kind of forced to use. I mean, you can use double melee, but the gun is typically.
I would rather sword and board because, like, if I'm using Sledge Blade, I have the ability to multi-target, and I've got that long-range lunge, so I can get a little bit of extra speed in my runs.
Right.
So that's an option to run sword and board, but I would much rather take off my shield and play more cautiously and run the gun with, like, the light blade for deflection if I still need something defensive.
Yeah.
But I find that if I'm switching something, it's because I need to attack faster. I need to shoot, swing, shoot, swing, shoot, swing, shoot, swing.
Right, the animation cancel or something like that, right? Like you can
exactly.
shoot melee real fast.
Or I need to use that double sword so I can go click, 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 click.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tend to stick with the Volt Lancer and the Blade Fury. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the light blade. The
light
Blade's Fury. Or Fury's Edge, sorry.
Yeah, Fury's Edge. There we go. I don't know
Yeah,
how I blanked on the name.
no worries. But yeah, I've sunk a lot of time into persistent games, survival games, sandbox games, where you log off, and if you haven't done well, if you haven't built your base well, you log in and everything you have is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really led to a lot of my high tier base engineering is the risk of everything being obliterated at the end of the day if I didn't do it well.
Right.
And I feel that does give me a leg up on my lethality. I'm thinking about how can I make this so punishing that somebody wants to stop. And I know that that's not necessarily a healthy place for the game, but my maps aren't made for your common casual player. They're made for your high-end challenge mode player.
Yeah.
And we really don't have a way to differentiate the maps in the queues right now, and I'm hoping that the new difficulty and whatnot ratings will come with some matchmaking changes.
Yeah, or even like I think I said it last week with GIF, the like adding tags to like
Tags
search
would
for.
be amazing, but don't get your hopes up.
Oh God, no. Yeah.
We don't even have the ability to search outpost names in our own builds to check for one that we want to edit specifically or that we want to turn back on.
I don't think we have any details on the difficulty changes yet.
No, I don't think they've released anything yet either. But
That's
I'd
like
really
late
like to see
October.
another difficulty level, some kind of above brutal level for true challenge maps.
I'd
I
want like a duo only map kind of thing. Like you'd get
Yes, I would
twice.
love to see the ability to separate co-op from solo play.
Yeah, like a twice the size, make it huge. You know, like co-op is kind of broken really with free
I
reses
agree.
and stuff like that.
Um, Honestly, the shield is unnecessary because of how broken co-op is. I think you could go with co-op and run double swords on both players and use no hardware and just be able to revive each other. You
Mm-hmm.
turn one player into a walking grenade, basically. They
Yeah.
go in, they blow up as much as they can. Second player comes in with a Phoenix pod, clears everything out.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I guess Phoenix pod is hardware, and I said no hardware, but like it's ridiculously easy with co-op. The infinite revive, and then the fact that you can still revive through solid objects in some places.
Really? I
Yes.
very rarely do co-op, so I don't know the like tricks.
Yeah, you can. Okay, so much like you can get a bolt back through a wall,
Mm-hmm.
you can grapple onto that wall and revive your teammate through it.
Wow.
Yep. So if they die on a ramp going uphill and you go outside the base and that ramp isn't multi-walled the same way you have to stop ammo ratting,
Mm-hmm.
then they can just revive their teammate through the floor.
Oh, shit. Wow, that's crazy. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do about that though, other than
You can make revive require a direct line of sight, just like you
oh, well,
can
there
make
you go.
ammo pickup require line of sight.
So
You can make the ammo, for example, be affected by magnetic hands, right? So you can have it drag. So we've seen that they can make ammo move. We have grenade launcher ammo that rolls. It can roll down hills. It can roll along flat surfaces. There's no reason that we can't make it be attracted to you with magnets, and then make it so that it requires line of sight to pick up. And if you don't have line of sight, it just drags it along the wall. You could use that to drag something
mm,
that's caught in a pit over to something that's closer and get it into line of sight.
right.
It doesn't completely remove the fact that magnetic hands would be able to work through walls, but I'm sorry, I cannot wrap my head around a magnet pulling a physical ammunition through a full cubic meter of solid material without it exploding violently.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I can't. It's unrealistic. And I mean, sure, this is sci-fi and we need to suspend a little bit of realism, but it's in the name magnetic hands. If you don't want me to think that it's related to magnets, don't call it magnetic.
Mm-hmm.
Call it ammo retrieval.
Yeah.
Just hand wave it, but don't give me a half-ass reason. Oh man, you got a drink. I need a drink.
I got some water.
It could make some evil ammo traps, but you'd have to put some serious thought into how you angle it.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, if you could make it so magnetic hands also works with the co-op so that their magnetic hands grabs yours your ammo and drags it to one spot, and then you can get it to one area, and then be like, okay, I'm in position, and then you have them walk away outside, and the magnetic hands then snaps it all to you, and you pull it out of a hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And there's counterplay.
Yeah. Like that's part of what draws me to MIM is the like resource management of it. Like you have, I mean, you start off with 2 bullets, and it's like
Clearly, ammo is supposed to be important if you have a limited amount of it.
yeah. So like
And people play the game like you should never be able to ever take an ammo from a raider.
exactly right.
And I don't think that that's healthy for the game. I think that if they wanted there to not have ammo be a problem, they wouldn't make it retrievable. They would just make it so you have infinite ammo or that it recharges over time. I think that the risk of losing your ammo is something they always intended, and it's part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that magnetic hands for ammo retrieval is a good thing, but I don't think that it pulling through a solid object is healthy. The fact that I have to multi-wall surfaces to keep somebody from pulling ammo through a solid object doesn't feel good as a builder. It does not feel good.
Right, you're like
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't feel good. It's not immersive. All it is more capacity I have to spend to do the same thing.
don't listen. No, I'll say this. I was a staunch like don't use the arc barrier at first. Like I've done, I think the first few like month and a half of it, I refused to use the arc barrier because of how strong
The
it
arc
is.
barrier is a speedrunner tool.
Yeah.
It is specifically shining in a speedrunner's arsenal. If you just have an arc barrier and you're using it for slow clear and playing, oh, oopsies, I misstepped. I'm going to peek around a corner. Oh, I aggroed a bolt shot. I'm going to dive behind this acid cube and use my arc barrier. That's shit that I can't really condone.
Mm-hmm.
But my arc barrier use is I dove through 28 blocks of I don't know what the fuck, and I'm face to face with a flame trap. That's what my arc barrier is for.
Right.
And I have to be like, oh crap, what do I do during my arc barrier time? And that's all the time I've got. That's what arc barrier shines in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like I'm sitting there poking every trap from around the corner, slow clearing, and then the second I make a mistake, I'm using the barrier.
Right.
I used to do that. I used to slow pick rooms and use arc barrier for ammo recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't get behind it anymore. It simplifies the game too much.
Right.
I use the arc barrier as an oh shit button to dive through things, not as an oh shit button for oopsies, wrong step. I know I'm going to use the arc barrier at some point. It's just a matter of how long can I go without it.
Right. No, boom. Every playstyle is valid. We're not saying one's, people are wrong.
And it's not that it's invalid. It's I personally can't get behind it. It's not my style.
Yeah.
It's not fun for me. I don't like slow play. I don't like watching slow play. I don't like playing slow play. I don't like seeing a replay that takes 40 minutes. I don't like it. If I spent 10 minutes in a raid, I wasted my time.
Right. Okay.
That's me.
It's teach. That's the beauty of the game. Is teach their own. Like you can. That's why there's a loadout screen. You can pick whatever you want.
And honestly, I don't think that the game rewards exploration. I don't think that the resources we get from tombs are reward enough to explore the map.
Oh, exactly. The only reason tombs are valid now is because it's part of your dailies. You gotta get 10 of them. Like that's all. Like if I don't have to do that daily, I don't go for your tombs anymore.
I don't do tombs. I don't bother. It's a waste of my time.
Yeah, when it first came out, you were getting like, I don't know. I forget how much you would get from one tomb. It was just ridiculous. Like, then they took it away and gave you stuff when you completed the raid. So there was really no reason other than the daily to do a tomb.
I'm not gonna flame you, TKO. You have a valid opinion. I mean, a lot of people don't get to see the level, and this comes across again as arrogant. I've got some pretty nasty ADHD. I've got minor OCD. I take in information at an insane rate. So I do see the basis when I go through. I might miss something here or there if it's like sneakily hidden, but if you're sneakily hiding something, you're probably sneakily hiding a tomb, and I don't care about your tomb.
Right.
So like there's how do I put this? If there was some way, like say, let's say you could get a map, for example, right? And I know you're going to say, oh, well, if you can have Synthite from Tombs, you can get a map. It's like, no, let's say you had a title, for example, a title. Each builder can put one button in their base anywhere they want, a button. And after you smacked 10 builder buttons, you get a title. After you smacked 100 builder buttons, you get a new title, right? Or you get a cosmetic to put in your own outpost.
She's just using
And
buttons as a term.
yeah, you have some kind of checkpoint you get to that the builder gets to choose where to put it. It's not GenMat, it's not a tomb. It's something the builder chose to place, and if you choose to hunt through their base and find it and complete that objective that they chose to set in, you get some kind of title, some kind of cosmetic reward, some kind of skin, something to reward you for having actually explored their base and looked for it.
Like it'd be like a switch or something like that. It doesn't have to be a button. It could just be like
Yes, something like if you yes, exactly. And you, TKO and Costa kind of understand it. This builder placed objective, because I do not like that we only have GenMat and Tombs. I have no option as a builder. I have none. I have to adapt. I always have to adapt. And don't get me wrong, sure, the builder has to adapt, but let's be real. How many of you change your build? How often do you change your build in a raid? Less than once every 10 raids, I'll bet.
unless I'm forced to by channel rewards, I really tend to keep the
Exactly.
same.
Same build every time, because every raider has the mentality that their build should be able to beat every dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so limited options to counter that. You have to have a walkable path to GenMat. You can't force people to grapple. You can't force people to jump. You can't force people to go through specific pathways. You can't have one pathway that's not valid during round 1 and is valid during round 2, where there's another route that was valid during round 1 that becomes invalid during 2. So like, you can't seal off a pathway. You can't be like, this is only valid during the beginning. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like a rock slide trap that lets us seal off the area you came through on the condition we open up another route out somewhere else.
Yeah.
That should be in the game. And the inability to change the environment like that is really devastating for builders.
Yeah, the daily challenges boom. Like you inadvertently do them, basically, like just from
Yeah, if
playing the
it's not
game.
part of what I'm doing automatically, I don't bother with them.
Yeah, like the only time you'd have to do something that is like outside of completing raids is to get the frickin' tombs. You
I
just
will say, like, let me switch up some of this negativity with some positivity. I do love some of the things that MYM has done. I do enjoy the fact that I get to build a death maze. That's one of my favorite things about this game. I get to build it. I get to decide where everything goes, and that feels nice to me. That's good on my brain. I enjoy the fact that they are constantly trying to increase the variety of things. We still need more, yes, but they are working on it, and I like that. It's not something that said, oh, well, this is enough, and then moved on. You know, we're seeing these new guards coming out, we're seeing these new traps coming out, we're seeing these new mods, these new augments. Um, yes, we're getting decoration. I would love to see new block shapes. That would be great. I want to see more rounded things. I would love to see, like, rounded corner caps, you know, or like spheres that we can put in.
okay.
Like 1x1 spheres, 2x2 spheres, 3x3 spheres, etc., etc.
Because
You
you
know,
still can't
just
get through them. You know, like you can't get around them. I guess unless you put a bunch next to each other, right? Or I'm trying to think of how that would work.
well, what if you had like a 5x5 sphere that's hollow in the center? It would be the perfect surface for lasers to bounce around inside of,
Mm-hmm.
and you could have to dive through the middle of it.
Okay.
Now, what if they extend that 5x5 sphere and instead they make it the 5x5 sphere round, and then they make it a tunnel that's round, so the lasers are constantly ricocheting?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if they've got that surface and then they inject bombs into it, or they've got cannonbacks firing into it? There's no flat surfaces. Those bombs are constantly rolling back and forth like a half pipe.
Right.
Now, what if you have those as walkable surfaces and they have to go over this kind of rounded hump, so there's not this, there's this kind of like steep drop off on the walking path?
Okay. Yeah,
But yeah,
they definitely need new shapes. I don't know.
yes, I would love to see new pyramid, or not pyramid, like diagonal and corner shapes. I've been going on about this for a long time. I I need those cutouts. Like, you know, the pyramid block. I need the opposite of what that is. The piece that it's cut away from the other half of the cube. I need that
Right.
block.
Mm-hmm.
I also need the invert of that, so that when you make a funnel, you know how when you make a pyramid and you want something at the top, it looks real nice. You've got the corners all nice.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't do the same thing if you want the pyramid to go inverted and you want it to go down into the middle of it.
Right.
I need that block. I
Mm-hmm.
need it.
Caustic with the you're talking about like Halloween stuff. I tweeted the other day, um, that they could do like how DBD does it with like you go around smashing pumpkins and like it gives you something, or like little like instead of the when you hit a tomb instead
That
of
would be great. Oh my god, that would be great. Have builders be able to place event items in
yeah
their raids.
like
So that would be a great example. So we could do like pinatas or something for Mardi Gras, or like Christmas presents for Christmas, or like pumpkins for Halloween, or like pots of gold for St. Patrick's Day or some bullshit like that. I don't fucking know. Just things
something
that builders can put in their outposts that you collect enough of them and you get something as a raider.
right
And also like um, you can have it as a builder where if so many raids go by without it, no, because then people just lock it away. I don't know. So many raids where it has been collected and so many raids where it hasn't been both. I don't know.
mm-hmm. I think the problem with any of that kind of stuff is like you said that if they just build it in like you could be that like I don't know, I want to say jerk, but like the person that builds in their tomb. Not that I would get it or whatever, but like you know people can be like that though. That's the unfortunate part. Like yeah, we want like something that would you'd go around and have to find, but like they could just build it in, or like it's
I
an
think
unfortunate
that's why
side
they're
of it.
trying to bring in the new bio link that shows people tombs, but
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I don't see the point. Like, okay, so either A, they're marked, B, they're locked under a second wave hollow cube, which is what I do, or C, they're buried, and I mean, oh well.
Right.
Like, if you need the loot that badly, sure, I guess, but honestly, I feel like it's more profitable just run more outposts.
Right. Yeah. Just deal with it. Like, oh well, they built it in, so I'll just go to the next outpost and go from there.
I don't know why they call it the next release expeditions when they've released two biolinks that discourage exploration. Here, let's show you the tombs. Here, let's show you the path to Genmat. So both of those things discourage exploration. So how is it an expedition in the into the wastelands?
Mm-hmm.
I saw somebody speculating that maybe it's like a multi-dungeon thing, and I'm thinking, that could be cool if like they gave you an increasing reward for doing multiple dungeons back to back, where like you don't reset your hardware or your lives or anything as you go,
Mm-hmm.
and the more outposts you clear in a row, the more rewards you get.
Okay. So yeah, like a
Like a
expedition.
gauntlet mode.
Expedition is like as in like you complete a raid. It's like a checkpoint, and then you got get
Yeah,
you get
and
to
then
the
you complete another raid or you go home, and then you complete another raid or you go home.
yeah.
And you get like multipliers for doing more sequentially.
It's like oh
But
you
you don't get to refill your hardware each time because you're
right.
still out in the wastelands.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Like
I could see that being, a great way to reward skilled players and have it like increase rank bonuses too. Be like, oh, you did three
mm-hmm.
in a row. Here's like 30% increase to all the rank you got.
Yeah, like instead of the 200 for each raid, you get like 250 for each raid, or 300, something like that.
Yeah, and I would say that the first map you goes into would restrict the difficulty of all the ones that you go into after that, probably.
So like you only do normals kind of thing.
Yeah, only do normal, only do dangerous, only do brutal, that kind of thing. So no like backing down or anything, or oh, I did 2 in normal and now I'm going to go up to brutal and get 30% bonus. None of that crap.
Mm-hmm.
Reward people for doing the content they actually did.
Yeah.
And also, this would benefit people who don't quit raids.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We need to reward people for not quitting. We need to. If they don't want to be punished for quitting, we need to reward them for staying.
Higher the level the map is, the more parts synthite you collect from it. Like P1 is 40, P10 is 300. Okay. Because there's more traps, so it should, in fact...
Sometimes, not always, though.
Right. It should, in essence, be worth more, I guess. But maybe you would make the builder have to hit a certain threshold of, like, traps to, like, give the extra...
See, and I'm thinking that might be what difficulty should be based on, is percentage of available capacity used on defenses.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should be a portion of what affects our difficulty.
Yeah, because I mean, I think we all agree that the grind is for synthite and stuff like that is kind of nuts.
I'm the only one who disagrees, but again, I'm an outlier.
Okay, why do you disagree?
My basis for the longest time used to be synthite sufficient. Currently, the population is low enough that I can understand why it's a grind. We're sitting at, like, I want to say an average of 50 people at most on any given time, and that's on the high end. And you know, yeah, that's not great, but at the same time, the people who are here are the people who actually want to be here. The people who want to play the game, not the people who are like, hey, give me free maps.
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing people who are willing to put in the time, people who are willing to learn, people who are willing to get better. And that's going to lead to better raiders. It's going to lead to better builders. And we're going to see better content overall going forward. And as those people stick around and more people join and we find more like that, the population will slowly increase. It's going to take time, yeah, but I'm confident.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, worst case scenario, sure, game dies. We all get together and say, hey, we like this game enough. Behavior, you want to give us the rights to the game and then we'll fix it?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure we've got enough people who are interested in that we could find something, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun game. I honestly think that the reason we've got such low population is because we didn't market to the Dark Souls crew. We marketed to the Dead by Daylight crew, and everybody knows the Dead by Daylight players are entitled. Oh, how dare you bring Lightborn? Oh, how dare you bring Noed? You've got one perk out of 70 or 80. How dare you? You got one kill when we gen rushed you because you had a bad game, so you had to tunnel. Go to hell, you know? Like, that's the mentality of a lot of the people that came to play.
The MYM creators are survivor mains.
Yes.
I'd like to see more integration between Dead by Daylight and MYM, honestly. Like, give us, like, you know, a skin or, like, a decal of, like, killers and shit. I don't know, something like we did that. They had that, like, gen mat thing they never talked about in DBD, where you, like, went around to it and it turned green, but we didn't know what it was about. And
yeah, but I mean, honestly, what could they do further? What could they do? And I mean, just like talking.
Give me a trapper skin for the warmonger or something like. How about for the accolades? How about they do like a little statue you can place at the, like, starting area, like, or something like that. Something to show that, like, you've gotten enough of ingenious.
Okay. No. You just hit on a gold mine of an idea.
Okay.
Decorations that aren't just cosmetic. They're not just paint. They actually have hitboxes. So you can put statues that look like guards in your base that aren't actually guards to bait shots.
Okay.
Or paint decals that look like traps but aren't.
Right, okay.
Something that costs like 1 capacity and it fits on like a trap, but it's not actually a trap. We need fake out shit.
Right. I mean, there's the trap warning, and then, you know, like, oh shit, something's coming. But what if you're just like walking down a long hallway and you see, like, a bolt trap at the end of it? Like, you just waste a bullet trying to shoot it, you know? But it's just a decal, and it's just like, oops, well, there goes that bullet, and then you throw something else at them, you know?
And then you walk down past a hollow cube and they ambush you while you're down in ammo.
I
don't think you should have to mod it to paint the trap.
Yeah, I want to say that should be free. Keiko Demon Plasma Sentinel skin. Mimic trap that mimics other traps. Oh, nice, yeah.
But yeah, it'd be really nice to see like statues of raiders, for example, right? And they've got hitboxes. They can block shots. You can get stuck on them. You can put them in rooms, and you can make like a trophy hall, right?
Yeah.
You'd be like, and you could have the ability to customize the statues with all of the weapons and skins that you've unlocked for your custodian,
Right.
and all the augments that you've unlocked for your guards.
Yeah. Behavior. Listen to us. We know what we're talking about. Sometimes. That.
And then,
it's just...
how about here's a trap idea.
Okay.
A statue trap that it's like a multi-tile trap, and it's a statue that just patrols back and forth. And the trap is destroyed by shooting the track, not the statue.
Right. Like, I don't know why Home Alone just came into my head when he had all this
yeah, the guy waving in behind the curtain.
like Michael Jordan going back and forth on the cart or whatever.
On the train tracks,
yeah. Now third party, now I want a Cake of Demon skin. Oh jeez. We've been jumping around.
Oh yeah, I'm all over the place. I told you.
Don't worry about it. It works for me. We've done that for least thing. We've already done your least favorite thing, I think.
No, you haven't.
Oh well, what's your least? I thought it was. Oh no, never mind. What's your least favorite thing about MYM?
Co-op.
Yeah, I thought I could have swore you had touched on that. That's like your least favorite part. Like it's
No. We may have touched on co-op being a problem, but we have not touched on how bad it is. The problem with co-op is the fact that you cannot separate it from solo players.
Right.
Hang on a second. I apologize. We need an intermission. I need to give my dog his medication.
Yeah, no problem.
Back in a few minutes.
Don't worry about it.
I'll just drop that hot take on you. Co-op is the problem with fucking MYM, and then I'll walk away. Chat, enjoy.
Yeah. I don't know. Those are the only achievements I haven't done yet. Is the co-op ones. I don't know. If somebody ever wants to just, rock out one night and knock out all the achievements, I'm down for it. And I forget what it is. You gotta, like, build a base. You gotta finish some raids. Yep, just don't have PS5. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm on... It's not crossplay, though, is it? I'm on Xbox. GIF is building a PvP map, Boom. I don't know if you've seen that. He talked about it last week when I had him on, like, I don't know if he's releasing it. He's still in the process of building it with I want to say Ambitious, or I don't know if Duke is helping him out. Yeah, no cross. Yeah, so I can only do it with Xbox people. Yeah, he's building a PvP map. It's pretty cool from what he's got going on. He was just saying that you'd have to turn off be able to see the outline of your teammate. And that's the only thing that would keep him, like, that makes it work.
I've returned. In the future, we definitely need to get someone to, like, take notes on what we talk about. So if we come up with any great ideas, we can just be like, hey, Behavior, here's a newsletter from the MYM podcast about the things that the community has been talking about.
I'll go back through I post the videos to YouTube, so it'll be on YouTube at some point in the next few days once I, delete the hour it took us to figure out the sound issue. Yeah, like I don't know, like I've seen people do chessboards, I've seen soccer fields, I've seen like the stuff is there. Like people would be willing to make a football field and have stuff like that, like. But How would they do? Would you have an extra shield for PvP? It can't be one shot. One shot would be stupid, in my opinion.
So what you would do for PvP is you would have the Phoenix pods not be single use. You would have them move your respawn point,
Okay.
and they would last until destroyed by your opponent. You would have them spawn on opposite sides of the map, have a target in the center, more or less, and it'd be the first team to get out alive with it wins. Dropping it would mean that they have to pick it back up from where it was dropped, and if it sits there for too long, or if it like falls into an acid or something, it would reset back to the center. And ideally, when it does that, it would also reset second wave traps that are in the base.
So like
And then,
capture the flag, kind of thing.
yes, and you would use your Phoenix pod to move where you spawn at. So you'd put it somewhere inside the base that's advantageous to you. That would be hard for your opponent to find and remove, so you can spawn closer and get back into the fight faster, instead of coming from the driveway.
So, because then it goes into who builds the map. I know other people would do it, but like.
And then what you would do is
Would it be
to
set
ensure
maps?
equality.
Mm-hmm.
To ensure equality, what you would do is you would set it up so that only one half of the map is buildable, and it automatically mirrors it on the other side.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I
Both sides would have the same challenges, and then you could also face defenses pointing both in and out, and it wouldn't matter which side you got out of the base from. So you could take the target and then charge through your opponent's side, assuming that they've cleared out a bunch of the stuff for you so that you don't have to worry about your own second wave. While they're dealing with the second wave, you just spawned on top of them.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, and then you just have each death add an increasing respawn timer. Start with like no time, then 1 second, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20, 25, etc.
So that's like, what is that, like League of
Yeah,
Legends?
and then say if you manage to last like say 3 maybe 5 minutes without dying, it'll reset it.
Okay.
But you're limited to your Phoenix pods, and that means eventually, if your pods are found, you will be forced to respawn at the driveway every time, giving your opponent a huge advantage.
Matchmaking. Would it need to be? Could they just make it just social? Like it wouldn't be something you could raid. You know, it would have to be a whole new mode.
It would be a new mode. New modes would be great.
Walk out. Yeah.
But no, I got off topic. Thing I hate, co-op. Co-op not being able to separate from solo, because I can't balance a map for a co-op and have it be fair for a solo player. It's just an automatic murder fest for a solo player if it's balanced for co-op.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I also can't make a map for a solo player, because then every co-op who runs through it absolutely beats the shit out of it, and it just makes me super upset because I feel like they've disrespected my outpost.
Right.
It's like, if it's not fun for me as the builder, why would I do it?
Yeah.
And again, I mean, I like watching people overcome challenges. I like watching people win. I have no problem if they do it in one shot skillfully. I have no problem if they take 10, 15, 20 deaths, if they do it in 1, if they do it in 3. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But to watch them never have to reset and basically ignore a mechanic that a solo player would have to deal with doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
It's like, so this person who struggled and managed to beat it had to go through all this hell, and you just get to be like, la da 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 da.
Right. No. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's fair.
I think one of the first bases that I built was like a big base, and the very first replay was just a 2-man team just fucking wrecking it, and it's just like,
It doesn't feel good, does
why did I
it?
spend all that time building just to have it destroyed in like it was literally like a minute replay too.
And then on top of that, the way Overdrive works, where if they get Genmat, you lose Genmat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you get a bunch more Genmat when they die, that's nice, but you also lose your time, which means that every time a co-op comes in, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose time. And I don't know if anyone knows the math on this, but it's 48 minutes.
48
You
minutes?
lose 48 minutes every time somebody gets Genmat from your outpost on Overdrive.
They only get 4 raids per cycle anyway. Jesus.
Oh yeah, but right now that's not a problem. But keep in mind, I used to be getting 28 raids.
Right.
I was unknowingly abusing a problem in the code. They fixed it. It used to be when you went into one of your maps and then came back out of it, it would refresh its priority on the list, and I just kept my floors clean at all times.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up with way more raids than anyone else.
Yeah, I don't know how they push, outposts out, but it seems to.
From my understanding, the current outpost priority is based off of whether or not they have had raids. Basically, the less raids your outpost has had, the higher up on priority is.
Oh, okay.
Which unfortunately means that the current meta is to buy only short duration outposts.
So what, like the smallest capacity?
Not capacity, gen map timer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not. I'm a raider main, so I don't really. I've been wanting to get better at building. I don't know if I could learn from people, but
That's okay.
I'd want to build more than what I do. I usually just build goofy bases. I don't really try.
That's okay. You want to know something fun? You can teach me how to build, and I can teach you how to build, and we'll both learn.
What?
Yep. You want to know why?
Yes.
My skills at building lay in making something lethal. I have no ability to make anything that has a good form. As a result, my rooms are basically just boxes of death, linked to other boxes of death by short hallways.
Right.
As a result, I am very bad at conforming a base to the bedrock of a map. But if someone else builds a base that conforms to the bedrock of a map and they don't have any traps in it, I can go and populate it with traps and edit small things to make it significantly more lethal. So,
Okay.
I can teach you lethality. You can teach me how to conform a base to bedrock without getting stressed out about it.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't really build I use whatever's there. Like I'll strip it first, and then I'll just go from there. I don't really. Um.
Excuse me. I'm much too function oriented.
Right.
When I build, I will either build from the gen mat to the front or from the front to the gen mat, or I will pick a specific spot in the outpost that has a good bedrock feature for something
Mm-hmm.
and utilize that.
Right.
But after that, everything is just added onto that room. I don't look around for more things to use. It's all built off of that one concept and then grown from there.
Okay. So the raiders would start on different ends, but how do you? I don't know, because it's kind of just like a plot though. They can just walk around, right? You'd have to create a barrier they couldn't cross, so that they can't
I would like to see co-op be changed to be competitive co-op, where you shoot your partner, and if you kill your partner, that death doesn't count towards the builder. Only deaths caused by the outpost do. And the first person to get out with Gen Mat gets twice the bonus that the person who didn't get Gen Mat gets. So basically, you can add competition to increase your rewards.
Okay.
You can make it a gamble. One player gets double, one player gets half. So either way, both players still get total 2.5, the amount that they would have got running the dungeon twice solo.
Mm-hmm.
So two people go in, but they both two go in. Total resources given out is 2.5 rather than 2. So there's a total of 50% increase in resources of base resources.
Right.
Right? But one player gets more than the other significantly. It would actually be 4 times more, because they'd get twice what they would get normally, and the other person would get half what they would get normally.
So, I mean, the like I said, you said shoot the other person, but they start at the same place,
So give them 5 seconds invulnerability at the start to separate,
or have them or or I think what
or have 2 driveways on the same side. No, because that would lead, they have to spawn in the same
no,
spot. Otherwise, they have different distances to the entrance.
I think cause you build a map, and it would I think what you said, it would mirror it for the PvP. It would mirror it, so they could actually start on separate sides, but they'd have to figure out a shield to prevent the person from just going over the map and killing the other person.
That's easy. That's easy. At the end of it, you just have something that calculates like rain from the top down and draws a line straight down the mirror point and creates a wall there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
And then they can't go around the outside
So in essence,
unless
it
they go in a
is.
tunnel underneath.
Yeah. So it is like you're both doing the same base, but you're just on opposite sides
Mm-hmm.
of the outpost. Okay.
And there could be like this winding ass path to Gen Mat, right? For both of them, with a straight shot tunnel to the opposite side on the bottom, so you can get behind your opponent and ambush them.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't go anywhere but to the other side.
That could even, like, with the splitting it down the middle, that could even be like a race thing. Like, you have the map mirrored,
Mm-hmm.
so that way they both race to the gen mat and get out, and then it's like whoever finishes first gets more gen mat or synth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
Race modes, combat modes, arena
yes.
modes. We've got tons of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you happen to be a coder, say so in chat, and maybe we can get in touch with you if behavior ends up dropping the game, and we can get the license.
Or you can just, if you want to data mine and find stuff,
Yeah, let me know so I can go break the game in the future.
If you could change one thing about MYM, what would it be?
Oh, I have a hot take on that one.
All right.
Bring back the penalty for quitting.
Yes, all day, every day.
No,
Oh,
but I've got one that actually does the same thing in a better manner. Separate the ranked system from the casual system. Make it so that you're either rating for resources or rank, not both at the same time. It's a decision.
So
And
then you could choose, like, when you go into, like, raid, you could just choose, like, hey,
Casual or ranked.
I want to raid casual or I want to raid ranked. So that, because then
Yep.
maybe that then increases, like, the outpost difficulty kind of thing.
It also means that if you're playing on ranked mode, you're acknowledging that there are risks to going in, that you should be using all of the tools you have available, and that leaving comes with a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Casual, you don't need a penalty. Keep all your resources. Keep whatever experience you gained in full. You don't even have to. Don't worry about it. Hell, for all the fucks I give in casual, keep the gen mat for every time you touched it. I don't care.
Right.
You're doing it to level up.
Or even do like diminishing returns. Like the first time you grab it, you get X amount. Then the next time you grab it, you get a little bit less, and then it slowly
And then if
lowers.
you manage to actually escape with it, you get like double everything that you've collected up until then. Like reward them for casual. I don't care.
Right.
But this whole casual player in ranked affecting how rank is handled is not okay.
Right. Your internet's dying.
Thank you for the gift sub, Gift Rock.
You gotta feed your hamster. You need to keep the wheel going. Yeah.
I think that ranked and casual need to be separate, and that there needs to be a penalty for quitting in ranked.
Social raid rewards.
Oh, yes, that too. I think that at absolute minimum, and I do mean absolute minimum, social raids should reward the one experience and like the one synth that you get after you've run a base a bunch and died a ton. That should be the absolute minimum, but social should definitely give at least that.
Okay.
Also, make tombs lootable in social. Come on. You turn them off once they've been broken in social and live, so fucking make them lootable.
Right? Like, why? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, shit, there was a time when I had first started playing, I was raiding all your guys' bases. I wasn't even fully leveled up yet. Because I wasn't gaining shit from doing all those raids.
You're like, well, fuck.
Yeah. I had to, like, dedicate... You remember, I had to dedicate whole streams to just grinding. Because I wasn't gaining... I wasn't finishing up leveling stuff. I mean, granted, I don't build a whole lot anyway, but, like, I had stuff that wasn't even fully upgraded. Dude, if I could donate my synth, I'd donate it. I have like 20 something K, 20, 30K, something like that. I forget. I haven't checked. We'll see tomorrow.
Here, we'll play this game. Let's start a prediction. Slaps. Hang on. Let me start a prediction on the channel. I gotta
Okay.
get in mod view real quick. Chat. We're gonna predict how much synthite I've got, and if you can get within 5,000, if you can get within 5,000, you know what? Slaps. We're gonna make you run a map if they get it. How's that sound?
Okay. I'm all for it.
Oh no, chat. Hang on, chat.
Yeah. Is this across? Because you have multiple accounts, right? Let's.
We're only talking about this one.
That one.
And you Slaps have the best chance at winning this and avoiding this map. If Slaps wins, he doesn't have to do the map. Slaps.
Why do I have the best chance? I don't remember.
Because I was streaming my game to you earlier.
Yeah, but you think my memory's that good that I can remember an
No,
hour
I
and a half
don't.
ago?
No, I don't, and that's exactly why this is fun. Is because chat gets to watch you suffer. Keep in mind, guys, one of you has to get within 5,000, or he doesn't have to run the map. If he gets closer than you, he doesn't have to run it.
Can we ask how new the account is?
Oh, this is my main account.
It's your main account.
Yeah, it's been in existence since the 4th of April.
Right.
But I will tell you, I am not at maximum.
Bet 5,000. I'm gonna bet $1. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody's gonna overshoot. So is it like Price is Right rules? Like if they go over, they're out?
Nope. The closest person to it gets it, but you have to be within 5,000 to be even considered.
Within 5,000. The max is 100K, right?
The max is 100,000. So, okay. Now that chat knows the rules, chat, we're resetting all of your guesses since you all bet the same thing. Under this line, guesses on how much synthite Mo has. Get within 5,000, get closer than Slaps, and he runs a base. And we're going to make him run it the hard way, guys.
It's the only way I like running it.
All right, Slaps. They have their guesses coming in.
No, I want to undershoot. I feel like it's low. I feel like we're being duped. That like we assume it's Mo, so we assume it's like a high number. I'm gonna go.
Well, here, I'll give you a hint. Somebody's within range right now.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yep.
Someone's
in range. You doing the map if you don't get better.
I was writing 42,000. Let me go a little higher. Let's go around. I want to go by the lower number. 69,420. Nice.
Well done, Carbon. Well done.
We'll do 60. Oh, I got a lot. What? I'll just say my number. I don't. For some reason, it's having me log in to type in my own chat. I'll do an even 64K. I'll go under Beaker.
All right, chat. The votes are in, and the winner is Gifrock Games with the guess of 95,000. The correct answer was 91,085.
No. All right. Well,
now then.
Well,
while we have commentary, we are sending our lovely Slaps.
Oh.
Hopefully. Hang on. Let me see if it's up, because it's not my map.
What? It's not yours on surface? What?
It's not my map I'm sending you to.
I've already done Horn Lake like 3 times. Oh, wait, no. She has multiple Horn Lakes. Tell him about it. She found a duplicate.
Oh, yeah. I now have a copy of Horn Lake. The bedrock and the gem are identical. So we're sending you to an oldie but a goodie. You're going to Fenville by Ambitious TV, baby.
Wait. Was that the first one? No, what was the first one I ever did for him? That was... I did finally beat that. Wait, okay, yeah. I'm trying to remember. Fenville was the maze at the beginning, I think, right?
Yep.
All right.
It's the Maze with Mongers, and we're gonna have our commentary while you do that.
Oh Jesus! All right, let me.
So while we're here, Slaps, let's get your opinion. What's one thing you'd change about MYM?
One thing I'd change.
Yeah, we're gonna flip this on you. I'm gonna interview the interviewer.
Shit, I'm trying to remember what I said in the first episode.
Oh damn. Well, maybe your opinion's changed since then. So give us what you got now.
One thing I'd change. Dang, I'm trying to think of what I said. I don't want to like.
Not being on the fucking spotlight right now. That's what you changed.
No, dude. This is I've been in other podcasts, so I'm used to being put on the spot. What was it? It was I want to say it was the arc shield. I want to say it needs to. Yeah, I think it just needs.
The barrier needs a small nerf for sure.
The barrier needs something done with it.
I think the barrier needs to have it reworked so that it's related to how many guards and traps you've killed without using backfire.
It lasts so long. Like you could run through an entire incinerator trap and just be like, all right, cool, I'm good. Like it's too long.
It's not that it's too long; it's that it's too frequently usable.
So the recharge rate needs to be a lot longer.
No, because then you just end up with people stopping
and just sit there, longer. Right?
Yep. Which is why you need to have it set up so that it's related to how many guards and traps you kill. So, say for example, you have 3 charges on your shield to begin with, right? And each time you use a charge, it goes down. And to regain a charge, you have to kill 3 traps or guards with a direct action, either a grenade of your throwing, a bolt that you shot, or a swing of your sword.
Okay.
And that'll give you back 1 charge.
Right.
So you have this give and take where you have to shield when you're in danger and then fight to get it back. But you have the potential of basically throwing a grenade in advance, popping your shield, your charge goes down, the grenade goes off, you get your charge back immediately.
What if it's just straight up just charges? Like you get 3 charges per...
Can't do that because then it's the same as the flash barrier. Also, it's a weapon. What other weapon can't be refilled?
It's a moving flash barrier, right?
It wouldn't be a weapon at that point because every other weapon is reusable infinitely if you can keep track of your ammo.
Right.
We'd be giving it an ammo system by giving it charges.
5.
We said 3, not 5.
Okay. I'm just reading what Caustic said.
Oh, yeah. I was saying to him, we had said 3 charges, not 5.
Right.
You might have said 5 and I missed it.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, another thing, I would love to see some kind of augment or mod of some kind that causes shields to break when they're hit. Like, for example, the Warmongers or the Enforcers, I suggested a Siege Breaker mod for them, where their attack takes 50% longer to wind up, but if they hit you with it, your shield breaks. It doesn't hit you, but the shield will break. Which means their shot comes in after everyone else by default, so there's no risk of the first shot breaking your shield and you getting murderized. There's you just can't sit there basically. You're not going to be able to dome camp.
What about I guess something else like they still have a lot they could do, but like I don't know, down the road they could do like I don't know more. How about more unique mods for the enemies? Like really, what's the one we have like Flamewalker, right?
Yeah, that one's really nice.
That's like the only unique.
I really hope that they give Flamewalker to the Assassin too.
Yeah, is that the only unique mod between all of the
No.
Enemies?
Cannonbacks have the
right.
Sacrifice, which honestly that should have been an Enforcer mod. Or sorry, not Enforcer, Warmonger.
Also, the prices of the I don't. You shouldn't have 2 things that cost 50. I don't know, like the Enforcer and the Ravager.
Here's my biggest problem with Grand Sacrifice, right? You cannot use Grand Sacrifice and Deadman Switch on the same unit. Only one of them will blow up.
Right, wait. If the Grand Sacrifice goes off, they don't do Deadman Switch, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And I don't like that. I wish they did. I wish that I got a second explosion. Don't get me wrong, that'd be funny, like broken OP, because it would mean that you wouldn't need a second wave of guards to do a second Deadman Switch, basically.
Right.
You could do the falling trick where they land through the acid alive. They'd grand sacrifice and then they dig them.
Right. Player has to activate Grand Sacrifice. Okay, yeah. Like batteries drop to charge the arc. Okay. Hmm. Is it picking up? Oh, it's picking up my Xbox. Is it? Alright. I don't know. Maybe we...
Where's our Fenville gameplay, buddy?
I was debating on finishing and then switching over to...
Nah, we don't do both at the same time. Come on, you can multitask. We want to see you sweat.
But... Alright, I gotta put this on. Right? And then we gotta do this. There I am. Where is it gonna be the least intrusive? I'll keep talking. I'll keep asking you stuff as we. There's not that much left in the actual whatever outline. How about down here? We'll do down here. Also.
Post kills another. This is how we save the world, one death at a time.
What?
There are chimeras who full of chaos. Someday the genetics...
I did kind of jump around. I feel like we answered some of them, so I was like, oh, dude, then pick something. Ooh, what if you could? Yeah, what if you could like change the shape of the acid cubes and the hollow cubes and stuff like that? Well, I don't know if the hollow cubes would do much, but acid cubes would be kind of cool to have like a. Oh, the delay. There's a delay on my audio. That's why I try not to stream with. Because I get like a second or so delay. I remember enough of it to. Okay. Uh-huh. I don't know. Did I kill it? No, my build is still from the Raiders League. Right. Oh, dang it. I can't... I don't have... Oh, I do have a bullet. Okay. Oh, with the assassin? Oh, the new mods, yeah. Right. Uh-huh. I don't... What, like that wasn't a parkour from Caustic? Never. What? Oh, is it because I switched off? Hold on, I switched to a different, scene, so it might have cut out your... Okay. Alright, try and talk now. Oh, I gotta... Hold on, I gotta add the audio version of that, never mind. Hold on. Audio input. Audio input capture? Is that what it is? Yeah, it's audio. Hold on. Oh, I didn't add it in yet. Hold on. Audio output capture. I think that's what it is. Yes. There we go. Alright.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2 testing.
Hey, there you go. What else is it catch? What is it capturing?
Alright, we're back.
Alright.
Alright, where were we? Oh yeah, so we'll backtrack. We were talking about acid blocks and how it'd be really nice if acid blocks could come in different shapes or like be integrated with others. So like when you make those really narrow hallways, either through a triangle block and it's like a zigzag, you put the acid flow under it. There's a certain space where you just can't put acid because of the block shape. Just why? Why is it like that? There's no need for that, I feel. But it'd be really nice if we could, integrate acid that way. Then we were talking about.
I need to switch my loadout. I definitely need shields for this.
Oh yeah, we switched to talking about Glider, the new BioLink coming out with Foreman. Honestly, I was saying I don't think Glider's going to see too much activity with meta being the tight narrow hallways that we've got right now. We might see it a little bit because of how prevalent the piston floor trick is currently. I have not seen it myself. I don't know if they've released anything on it. But the other two perks are just, I guess, like, if you're in that bad need of loot, I guess. But I still feel like they really discourage exploring what people have built and looking at all the nooks and crannies of base. Let's see.
Yeah, the glide, I don't know.
Oh yeah, and the glide's basically gonna make every acid hallway that exists negligible. I mean, when was the last time we saw an acid hallway though? And that's when he said something about parkour.
Yeah, with like Caustic has all these parkour acid hallway bases. Which, one of these days I'm gonna finish all of them. I've done a few of them, but I feel like the glide's gonna make people like, you're just gonna be like a target at that point. Depends on how fast the glide is. Like I was thinking like the Titan Destiny kind of glide. Like how it kind of like goes forward.
See, I'm thinking that they're using something very similar to what I suggested back when I wrote my Hawk post. Do you remember that?
What?
Do you remember the Hawk post that I made? I made a post for a new suit.
No.
So I made a post in the forums a while back in May, suggesting a new suit that I called Hawk. The BioLink For the first one would add the ability to make additional small jumps, so you know how you can jump twice?
Okay, yeah.
So each level of the BioLink would add an additional jump to that link, to the chain, so you could get an additional jump, and a second additional jump, and a third additional jump, for a total of 5 jumps. So you could basically just kind of like bounce around in midair.
Right.
And then BioLink 2 was as long as you were not touching any surfaces, so like not grappled, not walking, not like in an acid cube or anything, your midair mobility increased by 25%, allowing you to, so you know how you shift left and right when you're in midair and you can change direction before you touch the ground?
Okay.
So you'd be able to do that, but more efficiently. And then BioLink 3 would be killing an enemy or trap causes your next grapple that you use to reel in at 100, 200, 300% increased speed. So it'd be used for like dashing into things. And I feel like the glide thing is just kind of similar to the first one, where instead of jumps, they're giving you hover.
Okay.
But I think it also is going to come with a little bit of BioLink 2, where you have some midair mobility with it.
Yeah, with the kind of like the Warlock, but remember that Titan had like a slowly like inclining one that went like sort of up a little bit.
Oh, and I want to see them fucking fix splatter so it doesn't come out at a 90-degree angle. It splatters out back in the direction that the projectile went.
Oh, yeah, I found out about the Ravager adjustments on their Facebook posts. Anytime they posted anything, I would just be like, give us back the Ravager. So they actually...
I like the new Ravager spread. I don't like that it dies off.
Okay.
If they actually widened the new spread, it would
be like a
easy.
shotgun. Like I forget you said it, but like it needs to like spread more.
Yes.
But
so
in like a circular pattern.
Exactly. It needs to stay a circle. So if you're in midair, you need to maintain your trajectory or you get shit. Because it will put a ring around your ass.
Yeah.
That's how it should have been. But the left-right shot is useless.
Right.
When you're dodging and whatnot, anytime you have the opportunity, you're going up or down. You're never going left and right.
Yep.
Forward, back, up, down. Never left and right.
But yeah, I would comment it on any post, and they finally got back to me yesterday. And we're like, we're making some adjustments in this next sector to have a more horizontal spread. Where'd he go? Oh. So yeah, it's kind of funny.
But yeah, I would love to see larger projects around bigger outposts. I'd love to see challenge maps where you're like, hey, this goes above and beyond what's normally, in things, complete this and get a reward sort of stuff. Like,
Yep.
hey, here's a curated collection of outposts. Here's the Halloween theme where everything is red and orange and spooky lit and it's jump scares and all that fun stuff, Gift says game volume's a bit loud.
Alright. I think the game capture is also going to the Discord one for some reason. Do I just mute that one? I'll just mute that one. There we go. Now you should only hear... Well, she hasn't said anything either, so...
Oh, I'm pretty quiet, yeah. But no, after you just said I didn't say anything yet.
Is it good now? Super duper. Alright.
What I really want to see is different game modes, though. I want to see like PvP modes. I want to see like capture and hold, domination modes with single shot death. sounds fucking fun.
What? Oh.
It all boils down to I want bigger maps.
That could be with the like an increased difficulty too. Something more than brutal. What would be a different word? What would be like? What's worse than brutal?
Nightmare.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. I don't know. Can they do Hellscape? Would that be a?
Well, it's the name of one of their deco packs. I don't see why they couldn't.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Let's see. How can we make your life a living hell? Pacifist, 5 tries redeemed.
Just start it now. I was debating on not doing redeems, but I might as well. I don't think I can do this pacifist, but we'll see.
No, I know you can't. That's why I redeemed it.
Oh. Alright.
No faith. No confidence. A vote of no confidence, chat. Vote of no confidence.
In Chancellor Vororum. Alright, let's do all the... I would also like different, like loadout 1, 2, and 3, so you can just swap between stuff easier.
There kind of is and there kind of isn't. You do it by swapping between suits.
Really? But I like using the Nautilus all the time. It's the
Each
best.
suit has unique loadout. They
Right.
don't
Okay.
change across all of them. But yeah, in regards to the assassin, I'm looking forward to that one. He's got a lot of potential. Someone mentioned earlier with the Bloodlust. I was showing Slaps earlier that there is a thing you can do where if you just want to drop assassins from the beginning of the map, right? You can actually create boxes all the way up at the top that are outside of grapple range in such a manner that you can't fire a weapon into them. And even if you did, you would lose your ammo if you miss. And then you can just leave your assassins up there and then set timers and have them drop down with Bloodlust, and they'll run in behind. So, like, you want assassins every 30 seconds? Go for it. Every 60 seconds? Go for it. Whatever. And they'll just charge right in afterwards. Welcome in, First Black Rose and Raiders.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for the follow.
Hey, Queen Big Balls.
Yeah, right? Trying to... Oh, God.
But another way that they have a lot of potential is with the
Oh, I'm dead.
trigger timers, where people will brain, please function. You break one trap, right, and it blows up, and then it blows up another one, and that one breaks a hollow cube, and then something happens later, right?
Right.
You can use that, and you could use a hornet, right, with Deadman Switch to fly up very high as the trigger. So they break the trap. That breaks the other trap. That trap breaks the hollow cube. That frees the hornet. The hornet flies up to the top and drops into an acid, which breaks another hollow cube, and that starts a wave of assassins coming down.
Right. Oh, wait. I just want to...
And even better, if you wanted to, you could set it up in such a way that it drops a wave of Deadman Switch cards first, followed by the assassins, so that you burn their shield. And if they put on a Phoenix Squad with it, your assassins will take the entire room. Right, I've talked your ear off for like 2 hours now.
No, you're good. But I think Gifford even said, like, to just let people go, you know? Like...
I ramble. I will ramble for another 10 if you let me. That's a little much.
We've already done what you want to see for a minute. I mean, pretty much gone through everything. Whoops. Yeah, that's like Beaker's thing, is the Deadman Switch, like, chain reaction stuff. That would... What's up, Giggles? Yeah, Caustic, I would love to get somebody from Behavior on, or Meet Your Maker or something. It'd be really cool to have one of them on and like pick their brain.
I missed that. One of who on?
Somebody from like Behavior or Meet Your Maker, like one of the devs or something.
Oh, okay.
To be able to get a dev on would be pretty cool. Yeah, right? Mo's gonna make a Rube Goldberg machine. That'd be kind of cool, though. But,
The only thing you need for the Rube Goldberg machine, though, is the Hornet.
yeah. But what would be, like, the end? Rube Goldberg machines usually just, like, cause... Oh, no, I shot a bullet. Like, usually they have, like, a stupid ending of, like, you know, you die or something like that, or, like... Or, I don't know, something basic usually happens at the end of Rube Goldberg machines. At least the ones I've seen, I don't know. How many is this? This is what... That was... Last one was a dud because I shot a bullet. There you go.
On the upside, 6 more days, and then I gotta go and reclaim my title.
6 more days for what?
That's when the sector drops.
In 6 days? Oh, shit. Oops.
In 6 days, my clickbait title will be back.
Clickbait title?
Yeah. You cannot tell me it's not clickbait as fuck to say that you're the #1.
I think that was 3.
It's pretty clickbait.
Now, Ambitious is gonna see this on there and be like, he ran it again? This was my white whale for a hot minute. I died like 300 something times on this board.
I don't know if you can tell me about that. I'm not like a red whale with all that blood. There's blood on his fins.
What?
There's blood on his fins.
Yeah.
Spicy monger hug.
They weren't such chunkers, it wouldn't be that bad. Like, clog up the hallways.
You know what? I think I'll show them the thing I showed you with the guards that run their own patrol path.
Did you want me to go back and share your screen? Or...
Yeah, I gotta pull it up. Just...
Whoops.
First.
Flame going through hardened Koro cubes? They already patched that. Oh, you said again. Okay. I'm all for it. I don't know. It gave builders something to do.
Where did I build this map? I genuinely forget what map I built this on.
I shot a bull. Let's say that was 5. Oh, okay. I was alone. Looking around corners.
Well, seems like I will have to make an event.
bloodlust all the way over here, are they? Nope. Yeah, Beaker's kind of on potato internet at this point.
I love a good potato.
Right?
I mean, honestly, if you want to fix it, all you gotta do is boil it magic stick and steam. I'm not sorry.
Oh no, I put all the other perks on. Whoops. Oh, I was looking at chat. God damn it. Stream be buffering everything. Oh, that's your... I was like, wait, is something wrong with my stream? I was like, wait, he's on bad internet. Never mind. Ew.
Almost done.
No, the fire! Really? Oh no, I want the... Wait, I don't need friends. The...
Did you say,
Countercharge?
wait, I don't need friends?
Hmm?
Did you just say, wait, I don't need friends?
No, I didn't say that. Frenzy. I was saying frenzy. Okay, that's what I wanted. I want the stem too. I've got my goddamn grenade. I said friends. Alright. Right?
Alright, I am finishing setup now.
What? Air burst the naves for a larger explosion. Oh, like throw them in the air?
Grenades have a bad flow radius bomb, but very good, explosion above the sides. My demonstration is ready.
See that MLG shield that I threw into the acid cube? That's great. It's totally where I wanted to throw it.
Let's...
I blew up all the things? Where are my bullets? Oops. Oh, I got one through the wall. Ah, okay.
That works. Alright, ready when you are and I can demonstrate.
I'll just die now then. Let me mute this so it doesn't pick up both. Alright. Okay. Nope. Are you sharing your screen? Yeah, I have to set it up. Okay, done. Hold on. Gotta resize it. And boom. It's on. Give me a second. Oh, oh, hold on. I gotta keep this up. There we go. It's like a ant hive or an ant hill kind of thing. can't hear again. Oh, I muted it. Oops.
Mic check, 1, 2.
You should be good now.
Yep, coming through. Okay, so back to the discussion. So the way this works out is that that's a second wave hollow, so your raider can't get in here. Then in here we also have second wave hollows, so again, raider can't get in. Also, so these guys don't fall down early. Raider touches Gen Mat. These guys drop down, and then because they have a back route that direction, you don't have to walk the entire way. You can just auto-complete his patrol. As long as he's got a footpath back up here, he'll keep looping over and over and over until he dies. And this does not have to be at the front of your base. Neither do any of these things. So, for example, let's say you wanted them to path by the front of the base. You would have the drop down be like somewhere over here on the left side, and you'd have the reset be somewhere over here on the right side. And then every time they loop, they would run past this front entrance. But yeah, those guys will just run in circles over and over until they die. And I've got these ones alternated shotgun, warmonger, just because I thought it'd be, difficult. But the best part about all this is that you don't have to like really worry about what your path looks like out here. So, for example, if you want to do this, right? And then you can make this long ass maze now, and you see they're auto correcting their path back up there.
It's like Harv. You're basically reverse engineering a Harv
So
path.
they will always route back to that, and since it's second wave, there's nothing they can do about it. So now if you make this maze, like 30, 40, 50 turns long, whatever, and let's say your exit's way over there instead, right? And then you've got your route set up to come over here for your reset. Now, even if they somehow figure out where your minions dropped down and go back up the hole and came up through here, they come back out here and they're just back in the maze somewhere else. As long as it paths past the front entrance, you're fine.
That's crazy.
The other nice thing is that if you set them up with different move speeds, you'll end up with staggered patrol routes. Like, watch that right there. Those 4. Look at them. They're not going to be that close together next time around.
Huh.
So they just dropped down again. Not that one, but the next batch of 4 will be the same 4 you saw before. There's 3 of them. And I'm going to assume he's the 4th or he's the 4th, one of the 2.
Or is that the 4? Now they're even more spread out.
No, because there was a warmonger in the group before.
Oh, right, yeah.
But you see how it's messing with the patrol times? So a player trying to predict this on their way out is ridiculously hard. You're not going to be able to know exactly when something's going to show up unless you take exactly the same amount of time leaving. And the longer the maze, the less likely you take the same amount of time, because every time you get in combat, it'll change the amount of time it takes you. And then let's say you want these all to patrol past here, but you don't want there to just be this giant thing. You could have each one of these just be their own little route down and come out somewhere else. Do something like that maybe. And then you can take this brick out and seal this up, and now they can't even access the separate compartments.
Also,
and they take 2 separate paths through the
yeah, I
maze.
was about to say, now it's pathing them differently, too.
Yep. So, with some clever dropping, it takes very little effort whatsoever to set up base-wide patrols that self-reset and loop. I suspect this is going to come in very handy um, once it's getting combined with like the high drop ambush guards.
Right.
Because these guys will be coming down, and then you'll have the assassins on Bloodlust dropping from high points and entering the fray, and then as soon as patrol finds them, the assassins will swarm them. But only the ones that have been dropped up until that point. So let's say, for example, I've got right now 10 guards. I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 assassins up here, and every minute I could drop an assassin. So if it takes you 3 minutes to find a guard, 3 assassins mob you. If it takes you 5, 5 assassins mob you. If you're moving quick, just 1 assassin every now and then. Modular difficulty.
I'm wondering how loud they're gonna be, because you're only gonna be able to hear them, right?
I really hope they're quieter than the rest.
Yeah. I really do hope they give him Flamewalker too. Like, could you imagine like just seeing the outline coming towards you?
But yeah, so that's some of the nonsense that I've been working on. Please come my TED Talk.
Just footsteps.
I think they need to add the ability to trade map plots with people.
I just think being able to put your gen mat where you want to put it
would be nice too.
Would be nice.
I don't think they're ever going to give us that. They might give us sub-objectives though.
I'll take sub. I'll take any kind of objectives, really.
As long as the builder can place it.
Right. And
exactly.
And avoid the whole like blocking it in thing. That's the fear is that yeah, they're gonna have objectives, but like they're just gonna build them in, and now you're never gonna get them. But then you just go to the next raid. But so, I don't know.
My lazy ass, chilling here.
All right. We'll Fenville's. I beat Fenville. All right.
You're like, I'm done with your bullshit, Therion. How dare you send me back to Fenville?
I did it enough. All right. I guess we'll start wrapping it up. Is there anything that you'd want to plug? Like, I got your. Where is it? I got at least your. Whoops, that's super large. I mean, she's Twitch.tv, MadMoeZel. Jesus, 136.
I'm looking for a manager, like somebody to help with scheduling and content editing, advertising. Like, hey, we should probably put out some feelers over here. Hey, you know, here's the video from last session. Someone to manage YouTube content, things like that. I'm looking to actually start like a gaming management kind of platform, something that helps people get into streaming. Like, hey, you know, sign up with us and you can basically just follow coaching and we'll walk you through how to be a gaming streamer and, you know, split revenue kind of thing.
Okay.
That's so, you know, hey, if you guys are interested in that, let me know. If you have anything else, does it have to meet me or maker related?
No, it can be anything you want to, anything you're involved in. I don't really.
Awesome, sweet. Check out my friend Yesterday's Youth. He's a Dead by Daylight streamer. He does music, fun community. Currently in the process of trying to figure out a way to keep him shirtless every stream. Yep, that's my goals.
Was he a David main?
Felix, actually.
Okay. There's no. Oh, well, so he's pining for the shirtless Felix.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yesterday's Youth, go check him out. He's fun vibes, good people. Safe space, listens to people about the stuff they got going on in their lives. Yep. And we hope to see you all for the next season of Meet Your Maker, whatever this Arctic nonsense is. And eat my dust, see you at the top.
Oh, this is fun.
That's some disrespect.
No, I'm enjoying this. This is a lot of fun. I like picking people's brains and like just like I don't know, seeing where people, you know, where they came from and stuff. That's like
Now I get to see if I
know,
missed
everybody has
anything I'm supposed to attend during this interview.
yeah, everybody has their own journey, and it's fun hearing it. Like what brought you to this game, like to today, you know, like you're on a podcast with me, and like what got you here, kind of thing. Like I don't know, I like it.
What got me here is my incessant hyping myself up and my clickbait title of MYM #1.
Yeah.
That's what got me here specifically. People think I'm hot shit and I'm really actually garbage.
Jeez.
Don't tell anyone, will ruin my reputation.
Oh, okay, don't worry. Yeah, again, if you want to be a part of this, you know, be on an episode, message me on here, whisper, DM me on Discord, go to the Raiders League.
This man, get involved, have fun.
I'm all over the place. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, whatever, YouTube. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can catch the videos if you miss them. Yes, of course. I have been specifically not rolling for you because I know you're away right now. So we got a decent list. Yeah, I'm trying to get if anybody can talk to the devs or whatever, I'd love to talk to a dev. I'm sure you guys would swarm to ask all the questions of the devs or just a dev. But yeah, we got a list of people. We'll roll again tomorrow on stream for who's going to be on next. So far we got Maduka, OG. Well, your Beaker's not able to right now. Xbox said he'd be down. We got a decent amount of people. We'll get more. Don't worry. I did message Ambitious. He hasn't gotten back to me yet. So Ambitious would be somebody I'd love to have on. I can reach out. Hey, if we can get something going and get a shit, I'll take off work to prepare for that shit. Like
I got your new outro clip.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you next respawn on the Phoenix Podcast.
Oh shit. Also the podcast logo contest is going for another 10 days. So send your submissions to me on Discord. So I can go over those on stream and pick the winner, and they will get a $25 gift card to wherever they want.
Five Guys Burgers and Fries.
Dude, that's a quality burger right there.
I fucking picked a based option. Yeah, I know.
That's not a based option. Shit. They got the most customizable burger on the market.
Yeah, most expensive too, but fucking worth it.
Dude, I don't know why people call it a fast food burger. It's not fast food. That's a sit down restaurant.
Like I said, based.
Yeah. Those dude, they're hot dogs. You can get everything on the hot dog too. Wish I had Five Guys where I lived.
Yeah, you wish you had Five Guys where you lived. Oh.
Snap.
Mail this man some Five Guys.
Oh, that won't travel well. With all the stuff you can put on it, that thing would be just a soggy mess when you get it.
No, just get it deconstructed.
Oh, right, everything's separate. With a small fry that ends up being a bag's worth of fries.
Because that's Five Guys.
That's Five Guys, man. They give you 5 guys worth of fries.
I love Five Guys.
Dude, it's so good.